Hey everybody, we're back to it at the Red Barn, and today's just going to be a real quick update on the 914 Ferrari and the progress we're making with the shifter. We get to watch it go snick, 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 and really shift the transmission. And hey, if you haven't subscribed, please think about subscribing. I'd appreciate that. Hope you enjoy. Okay, so since last time, I got everything figured out of how I wanted to finally mount this. And so what's gone on is these tabs are fully welded down, and I decided to go with tabs in the front too. What I had done is I had made up this double threaded ended bar, and the idea was that it would have gone in here, you know, in between the fangs, the two front drops, and been bolted to or welded to the chassis on a set of tabs or something like that. But hard to see in there, but you can see that the opening means that I would have only been able to have, you know, a narrow base for this thing. And I want the shifter, you know, I was just concerned that, you know, if it's just supported in the middle, that it could have a bit of movement, you know, this direction. So I opted to just go with these on the outside. And this is welded, this is tightened down. These are tightened down, but only 2 bolts. But with just 2 of these things on here, this thing it's going nowhere, and it is super cool. And anyway, so that is nailed down. And then for the inside, I opted to weld on some nuts. And I'm cheating right now. I only put, only welded nuts on for the flat low position. And to be honest, I don't really know if it's gonna be worth, you know, chasing, you know, 5 different levels of tilt. So I'm probably just gonna run it flat for now till I get things worked out. And when I go to fit the shifter cables, I will play with that tilt and make sure that I've accounted for, you know, what has to happen to the cable between here where it passes through the firewall. Okay, so that's the shift console, pretty much done. And yeah, I got to figure out, you know, fasteners for under here, what I want to do to make that simple to move if I choose to move it. Okay, I wanted to do another test just to verify. So these are the GTS seats out of the LS car. And I don't know, maybe I'll try to get a comparo snapshot of me sitting in the ar. But I would tell you that these things feel like they sit a couple inches lower, which I prefer, actually. Maybe it's just the way the seats are shaped, but I'll get a comparo picture if I can. And I just wanted to be sure that I really liked where everything was. Plus, now everything's bolted down. Again, I've only got 2 fasteners here, but it's not going anywhere. And I mean, it is so cool. And then reverses down and back. But you can see, you know, it's really comfy. But this is in the all the way back position. So this is, you know, that's my worst case shift right there. But, you know, even it's you know, Colin Chapman would say I'm right there, one finger or one hand's width from the shifter, you know, and back here it's good. And obviously, you know, you get it into the 1-2 range, and it's just right there. Anyway, there you go. So there it is. The shifter mount is in. EAG was kind enough to send me a set of factory length shift lever or shift cables, and what I've done here is I've connected everything up to the shifter, and you know, it's just running underneath the car. It's coming out of there and it's just running underneath the car because I have not yet had time to clearance anything, work out exactly where the pass-through is going to be for through the firewall, and this set of factory cables is way too long. The good news is it works great. That's first gear. That's second gear. Third gear. Fourth gear. Fifth gear. Sixth gear. But it wouldn't be complete without reverse. That's the neutral gate from side to side. Great. So it's hooked up, and it's not completely adjusted, I don't think, but it goes in, it does everything it's supposed to do, as you saw. Right? And there's reverse, down, and back. And boy, it's just snick, snick, snick. Just like you'd expect. And it just feels super positive. So now make the pass-throughs, get these things measured, get some custom cables made, and we will be set as far as gear engagement.